2025 CEO and your 2024 Titan. You are now listening to Sarge on the Iron Elite podcast. Like, share, and subscribe. If you're not listening to the Iron Elite podcast, what are you really doing? Because we are talking motorcycles over here. You dig?
I know. Sarge, is motorcycling the only thing you talk about? Is motorcycling the only thing you care about? Nope, I care about the Jacksonville Jaguars too. Hey Sarge, everybody don't always want to talk about motorcycling. Everybody don't want to always talk about riding. I know, that's why we have the cooking channel. Hey, good afternoon everybody and welcome to our Early Podcast Show, man, on a beautiful Sunday. Hey, man, I got some things to talk about. I know Sarge finna come on and talk about motorcycling. Yes, we are, man. Let everybody know we are on. Share it with a friend. Hey, Kane 4L, what we getting ready to do, man? Talk to me. That was the other day. Hey, Sarge, why you never play any fast music on your podcast? It's simple. I'm petty.
Hurry up, don't truck it up, rev your motors up. If it ain't clean, get your polish up, big sword. You in charge, real king of the south. If you ain't getting yonder, gotta keep it motorcycle, you dig? Hurry up, don't truck it up, rev your motors up. If it ain't clean, get your polish up, big sword. You in charge, real king of the south. If you ain't getting yonder, gotta keep it motorcycle, you dig? Slide on my road glide, looking so fly, 20-inch rollback, screaming eagle torque pack. I-10 to the end, it's a known patch. If you ain't a ground pounder, pay attention, fall back. We iron elite boys, no need for hitting switches. We split lanes and hogging lanes, we on a mission. On our way to CA, we 100 deep. Follow up, y'all the road, run it up, rip it up. Hurry up, don't truck it up, rev your motors up. If it ain't clean, get your polish up, big sword. You in charge, real king of the south. If you ain't getting yonder, gotta keep it motorcycle, you dig? Hurry up, don't truck it up, rev your motors up. If it ain't clean, get your polish up, big sword. You in charge, real king of the south. If you ain't getting yonder, gotta keep it motorcycle, you dig? I'm outside with it. I scrape the town burning loud when the smoke clear up. You know Harley did it. I'm real naughty with it. My ride clean when it bling. I show the lean on the scene to get jiggy with it. No did it, get it? I'm well equipped it. My bike side got a side, so you know I'm hitting. She dropped it down to split it, backed it up to shift it. Let me kick a little game to you lames riding around here, giving a set a bad name. It don't matter what you rank or what you claim. When we turn it up, you keep it motorcycling, man. My soul brothers, they roll runners, we rolling deep. When it's time to rally up, it's Black Wall Street. When you see them MCs at the RTE, follow up, down the road, run it up, rip it up. Hurry up, don't truck it up, rev your motors up. If it ain't clean, get your polish up, big sword. You in charge, real king of the south. If you ain't getting yonder, gotta keep it motorcycle, you dig? Hurry up, don't truck it up, rev your motors up. If it ain't clean, get your polish up, big sword. You in charge, real king of the south. If you ain't getting yonder, gotta keep it motorcycle, you dig?
But Sarge, why you always gotta talk about motorcycling? Sarge, why you don't never talk about nothing else? Look here, man. If you gonna do all that crying, what the baby gonna do? Hey, man, they do it for me every time. Like, Sarge, you got a motorcycle riding song? Yes, I do. And when you ride your motorcycle, you gonna get you one too, man. But hey, hopefully everybody's having a great day today, man. I know I am. It's Sunday. It's beautiful. I know some of you yonder go-getters are bringing it back home to the crib, man. Oh, damn, Sarge, we got to leave now. We had a great time Saturday night, but get your butt back home safe and sound to the crib, man, because the mission is not completed until you made it back home to the crib, back to your family. So with that being said, man, we're going to kick this thing off and talk about this crazy thing called the I-10 to the end with one of my favorite guys, man. I know it, man. Why you always have them guys ride motorcycles, man. I don't know to tell you, man. When you ride your motorcycle, man, we're going to bring you on and we're going to talk about your epic rides as well, man. But I've got them on today. I believe both of them are from the Baton Rouge chapter. I'm going to let them introduce themselves to you. Tell us a little bit about themselves and the whole nine. So, fam, how you guys doing this afternoon? How's everything?
Doing good.
Okay, awesome. I think I had
Doing
Diablo muted, but you good now. Everybody's good? You guys doing great?
Yes, sir.
Yep. All right, man. Good to have you guys back to the crib, man. You guys made the ride. It's been a minute, fellas. We've been trying to catch up from, 4th of July weekend and all other stuff that was going on and the honeydew stuff now that you guys have made it back home. But, hey, man, how do you feel? How's everything, man, since y'all made it back to the crib?
It was good, man. I just say, I don't need to do another coast to coast until I do a full corner.
You're like, yeah, man. Hey, let's talk about that again next year, bro, but not right now. Hey, a lot of times, man, most of us, we understand for us working class folk, we only got so much PTO, man. We can only do so much.
Yes, sir.
That's why I can't stand all the retired cats, man. Like, yeah, man, I'm gonna go here, I'm going. Hey, man, be quiet. The rest of us have to do that time, man. We'll get there when we get there. But fellas, today we're gonna be talking about you guys' ride. Matter of fact, let's do this. Let's go first. Big Baby, why don't you start us off, man? Tell us a little bit about yourself. Maybe if you were rocking for a particular cause during the ride or whatever.
No, I'm Big Baby, Baton Rouge, Rare Breed, VP. It's just something we looked at, we wanted to do. We were making our trip out to California, so we said, why not just do the coast to coast with it and do the I-10 to end, knock them all out, and do a good experience and just see how it feels. I mean, we've ridden long times before, but everyone says the 10 is hot, and
Right.
We did the 10 coming back last time we went to California.
Yeah.
We did the 40 going, and then we did the 10 coming back. And I said, all right, well, it wasn't too bad, but let's see what it feels like this time doing the whole thing. And it definitely lived up to its name.
That's what's up. Who else we got with us? Diablo, can you hear us? Let me see if I can. I think Diablo is muted out. So if you can hear me, Diablo, go ahead and unmute your mic.
Diablo.
Yeah. He's got to unmute his mic. So we'll work on him trying to get his mic unmuted, and once we get him unmuted, then we'll go from there. But hey, the fellas, they did their I-10 to the end. I'm sorry. So Big Baby, when did you guys take off for the 10?
Originally, it was on. We left Sunday from Baton Rouge and made it over to Jacksonville. That was on the 20. What was that? The 20.
I know it all bunches together. It was around the 24th. Was it 24th of June, that time frame?
Yeah, 23rd.
Yeah,
23rd. So that was
23rd. Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
So we shot over, and then we bed down over in Jacksonville that night, Sunday.
Mhm.
And then, Monday we met up with you Sunday night, and then Monday morning we got up early and pushed on out.
That's right. I'm trying to think now. I know during the time you guys came through, I think it was like 3 waves within that 24 hours,
so
man. We had
Freeze and them came,
Yeah.
kept going earlier that day. We
Right.
met with you, and then the 2 guys from Charlotte that did the 50cc.
Yeah, that's right. The cat. Yeah.
And then Nola and their crew
Yeah.
next day because they had to spend time.
Man, it was a madhouse, wasn't it?
Yeah, that was a busy weekend.
Yeah. It was bananas, man. All I had time to do half the time was go home, get a little bit of sleep, go to work, come back out to stock the street, man, because we had riders. It was 24 hours. I think during y'all time frame, it was Nola's them group, I think, that had the issues with the clutch and all kind of crazy stuff was going on.
Yeah, they were
Diablo,
until like 5 p.m.
Yeah. Hey, Diablo, if you can hear me, I know he just got kicked out. Hey, Diablo's traveling from church. He's on his way coming home, so I know he's going through some rural areas or maybe some bad Wi-Fi areas. So y'all hanging there. When we can get Diablo back, we'll get him back on. Hopefully I can get him. His data's still jacked, but we'll work with him, man. We'll get him on. The devil ain't gonna win, I can tell you that now. Hey, man, shout out to everybody who's on with us today. Breezy Does It, James Burgess, David Bell, man. Appreciate you guys for being on with us today, man. Let me see if I can get him back. I got him now. Diablo, the devil ain't winning today, bro. He ain't gonna win. Hey, if you don't mind, introduce yourself to everybody. Tell us a little bit about you, my brother, if you don't mind.
Yeah, so I'm Diablo. I'm out of I ride with Rare Breed from Baton Rouge. I'm a experienced bike rider. I love to ride cross country. I'm glad you guys implemented stuff like this here, like I-10 to the end. And if I'm not mistaken, I want to say that I heard my brother Big Baby say that he ain't looking to do that until you do like a full corners. And I can piggyback off the same thing, man, because unless it's not in the middle of June or July, I would go back cross 10. But other than that, man, we had a great time, man. So I'm just one of these guys out there that love to ride motorcycles, man.
Hey, that's what's up, man. Let's matter of fact, let's do this. it's two extreme times to run that cross country run, and this is in my opinion. You guys can chime in and let me know what your opinions are. June, I ain't gonna even hold you, man. June is for grown folk, man. June is no joke. And then you parlay that, or you say January. If it was 2 months, I don't want to be bothered. I'll probably say, yeah, June, July, and January, February. I want nothing to do with that, man. I'll do it if I got to, but if I ain't got to, man, I'm trying to figure out a way not to deal with that. Because you got both extreme sides of that ride. You know, one's extremely, extremely hot, and one's the weather is so crazy with the winter. You know, whether you're dealing with the elevations or the desert or just some of the stuff that happens in the southeast. Is that fair? Is that fair? What you guys think?
Yeah, I agree with that, man. It was we've ridden in heat before, but man, it's just one time it was like a sauna. It was like, you know, hey, let me open my visor to get a little air, and it was like, no, keep your visor closed.
hey man, we call it the devil's underwear hot.
Yeah,
it's that kind of hot, man. It's crazy. You know when it was I think it was a year ago, last year, 2023, Gorilla Blue came through, him and Mr. Nate, and man, they went through it. And it was tail end of January, and I saw some of the crazy stuff that they did, man. When I saw them, the only thing I could do was just hug them, man. I said, man, I appreciate y'all. Because, bruh, I ain't gonna even lie, man. That would have probably tested my manhood a couple times out there in the ice storms and all the mess they went through.
They bet down in Baton Rouge that day. That's
right.
Down and,
y'all escorted them in. That's right.
Yeah, we took care of them, escorted them in, but they were telling us about some of them that, you know, over there in like Van Horn area and freezing cold. I'm like, man.
Hey, man, them cats are motorcycle riders, you feel me?
Yeah.
Hey, but fellas, let's talk about y'all's ride real quick, man. So we parlay it in. For those who didn't know, the fellas, I believe y'all were going across to go to the Mother Chapter's 35th anniversary. Am I correct?
Yes, sir.
Of RBMC. So we come up with this crazy idea, and these fellas are from Baton Rouge, so they got to come to Jacksonville and pass back through Baton Rouge to get started, man. So fellas, on a ride like this, I know y'all are chapter brothers, am I correct?
Correct.
Okay. So y'all know each other quite well. So that's probably y'all getting together for a yonder ride is probably not the most intense thing you have to do. But for getting ready for a ride of this magnitude at this time of year, what are some essentials that you guys do or some steps that you guys do to get yourself prepared for a ride like this?
I'll start with the bikes. With the bikes, for sure, definitely want to get a good service. And I say that because last time we went, that was in 2021, we had 3 bikes that had issues with their clutch. They were losing the clutch because it got so hot and they hadn't changed that fluid. So definitely a good service on your bike. Make sure that's in tip-top shape. Check everything that you can. And then for yourself, you want to start hydrating early. Don't wait till a day or two beforehand. Start about a week or so, if not farther out. And try to stay away from the energy drinks just because if you're going to use energy drinks on the trip, you want it to actually be a shock and help your body, not your body's used to it and then doesn't do what it needs to do if you're going across. And I know a big thing I use 5 hour, and you don't drink the whole thing. Kind of sip or two, 3 sips. You know, that'll give you another hour or 2 hours, whatever you need, and get you going. Because you drink the whole thing.
Just a sugar rush, man.
Yeah, you'll be like, wired, and you'll have that crash, and you don't realize.
Exactly.
That crash is not what you want when you're out there riding.
Exactly. Yeah. Did you guys say, okay, so of course we know the bike has to be maintenance. You got to get good maintenance on the bike. And when we say good maintenance, we talking about tire to tire inspections, preventive measure stuff, fluids, those type of things. So that's a must. I don't know what else to say on that. That's a must to have. Unless you're a real mechanic, don't be out there just winging it. Unless you're a real mechanic.
Even
if you're a real mechanic, take that thing to a mechanic shop, right? What's that now?
I say you even still don't want to have to be in the sun working on that in the side of the road or anything like that.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Because if you don't do it right, you're gonna be working on the side of the road in a situation that you don't want to be playing with. Hey, let me do this, man, before we move on to the next topic. I've seen, and I'm finna get myself in trouble, so I'm gonna try to be politically correct. I've seen people do maintenance videos And, you know, I've seen some that are really, really experienced and know what the hell they're doing. And I've seen some, let's be honest, faking the funk. You know, I'm just saying roadside maintenance versus maintenance in your garage is two different types of maintenance, man.
Yes.
You know, if you're going to show me how to do something in a garage, it's cool. It's cool. But man, when you're trying to do that on the side of the highway when 18-wheelers are, whoa,
Yeah.
it's hot, mosquitoes are out, flies and gnats will bother you, it's a whole type of get out, man. It's a whole type of get out. So I venture to say, man, for some of the ones who are picking this up and trying to kind of show in each one, teach one, show us in each one, teach one for real, man. Show us in an abandoned parking lot when the elements are crazy and those type of things. Show us how to do that stuff under duress and then knock it out, man. And I'm telling you, Big Sarge, I'm gonna be 100% in on what you doing, man. So I'm just gonna say that, man. I don't know you want to jump on top of that grenade, but I just had to throw that out, man.
Like I said, I'm not the man, I'm not the best mechanic, but I mean, I feel like I can do enough.
Yeah.
On the side of the road, get me to a safe spot, and then I'm calling some people. And
hey, bro, I'm hooking and crooked.
Chapter. So if they with me, you know, then hey,
right,
they'll get me taken care of. But I can know enough at least to get off the side of the road.
That's it. I'm gonna hook it and crooked, and then after that, man, I'm gonna turn it over to people who know what the hell they doing.
Yeah.
Hey, Diablo, I know you probably didn't catch some of the stuff that we were talking about, but we got you, my guy.
Yeah.
Okay. So we're at right now trying to catch you up. So what we just talked about is some of the preventive things not preventive things. What do we do to prep to get ready for a trip of this magnitude? Some, in you guys' case, probably close to 6,000 miles. Is that about fair?
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's if you didn't go nowhere else. If that's what you were close to $6,000. If that's even if you barely did anything. But say, I just asked Big Baby, and he was talking about, you know, preventive maintenance on a bike, good, solid maintenance on a bike. Is there anything that you got or that you know of that you use prior to getting ready to ride?
So what I done, I'm gonna be honest with you, I actually hydrated for like several days beforehand and make sure that I was actually in position, like physical position to actually go on a extended ride like that. So that is important as well, man, is making sure that you're conditioned for that. And what I mean by that, you know, no alcohol, none of that stuff there, you know, prior to that, to me leaving, you know. Other than that, and like the necessity of getting your bike service, you know, getting it, and that was about it. So that's it, man. That's all I can think of.
Okay,
Diablo does some extra stuff because Diablo got air ride on his bike. So Diablo, he has extra parts for everything.
Okay, air ride guy. Okay.
You put my business out now, man.
No.
Yeah.
Those are things that, you know, I mean, to try to make sure you don't have any issues when you're on the road.
So yeah, that's true. So like I tend to overdo things. Just and what I do is I hear people. I learn from other folks' mistakes as well, and also learn from people that actually would tell me, "Hey, look, man, that's just something that's waiting to fail." So what I try to do, I try to be proactive. If I think that I need to have extra, I'm going to get that. You know what I'm saying? Just so that because I hate to be the one to keep the bros on the side of the road. I've been there before several times, you know. So yeah, I will have my tour pack loaded down with parts.
Yeah, man. It's a smart idea. Matter of fact, here lately, actually, we've been talking about things like that. We were saying, you know, I used to clown, who was it? Piper all the time. When Piper pull up on you, man, she open up her saddlebag, man. A whole right-hand side of the bike is dedicated to nothing but snacks. And, you know, we had, who was that? Was that Freeze? I think that was Freeze and his guys that had they broke down on the side of the highway and they were waiting on a tow truck forever.
Oh, that was Griff. Griff and Blaze.
That was Griff. Yeah, that was Griff. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. And we were talking about, man, 3 hours on the side of the highway waiting on a tow truck, man. Water, snacks, supplies. Yeah, man. You know, you just think about something like that in the desert, and you're waiting around, and you don't have any type of supplies to kind of sustain yourself, to be able to keep your body moving. You know, you can't take nothing for granted. So good tools. I'm gonna go ahead and say, man, make your snack locker thing, man. It ain't got to be big,
Yeah.
but you got to have water, and you got to have the things to survive with, because you never know. You just never know. Hey, so everybody on Facebook, if you can do us a favor, man, open up another tab into YouTube. We're going to kill the Facebook stream in about 2 minutes. We're going to be rolling everything over to YouTube because we'll be running a little bit longer in our content today. So if you're on Facebook, if you can open up another tab in the YouTube, man, and join us over to Sarge Life and Motorcycling. The YouTube channel's at the bottom of the ticker, rolling across. So we appreciate you guys doing that for us. And also, as soon as you come in, man, hit a like, hit a comment, man. Let us know that you're moving and you're alive and moving well, man. So fellas, we talked about tools. Sarge threw in there snacks. What about equipment and clothing, man? I'm hearing people say, hey, man, you know, I just throw them a shirt, I throw on this, I throw on it. How do you guys ride, and how do you guys pack as far as equipment to where we're on the highway?
So we have our rain gear for sure. Like that is one thing. And another thing is that we have like these dry fit shirts that I actually use a lot. And so like I can tell you this right here. I bought some Wrangler jeans. Do not wear those on you. Do not wear a pair of uncomfortable jeans. And so try to make your ride as comfortable as possible. But going to like rain gear, keep your rain gear on your bike is at all times. The gloves, yeah. So
what kind of rain gear do you use?
I actually got the Blitz from Cycle Gear. It's like the all-into-one. I find that a lot easier to slip in and slip right out of, you know. So.
And when you say all-in-one, it's rain suit plus riding suit?
No, sir. It's just a rain suit, and so it's not separate. It's not a jacket and pants. It's like a coverall.
Okay. Big Baby, you do the same thing? What
Yeah,
do you
so I dry fit shirts for sure at all times.
Right.
And then I actually have riding pants that I ride with. And I got a new pair that I actually rode with, and they were a little hotter than I thought they were going to be going across, but it actually helped because my motor, I have a built motor, and so, you know, I was getting some extreme heat off of there, and my oil pressure gauge. If I didn't have no pants on with that extra material, if I had some jeans, I would have been burnt a couple times and made it fine. But I definitely.
Hey man, I don't even. I'm gonna keep it funky with you, man. I don't even wear jeans on the bike no more, unless I'm local or I'm going to like the bike night, or once I get to where I'm going and I'm local, then I'll move around. But when I'm on that open highway, man, it's riding suit for me all the time.
Yeah, I love riding pants, and like I said, I had a pair. I have another pair, but they're thicker for like more cold. So I was like, you can try to get a thinner pair. But I didn't want to do the actual mesh ones. And for like, I guess normal riding around here probably would have been fine. But across that desert, they were a little warmer. Even the sides unzippered, you know, they still were a little warmer. But so they did what they were supposed to do. I'll say that for sure. I mean, it was definitely nice. You know, we had a little bit of weather, and I didn't have to worry about, you know, taking my pants off or putting rain suit on my pants because they're rainproof also, waterproof also.
Okay.
So, you know, that helped. But I'm all for riding pants now, man. I'm not gonna lie to you, riding pants. My next thing when I came back, I did order some mesh ones though, because I said, this is heat. Definitely gonna have to wear the mesh ones.
I mean, plus I think a riding suit or riding pants, they help us not have to. It's just one less article now you have to pack, because and then I could ride those in a hotel, take them off, throw them in a corner, or, you know, take a little wash rag to them or whatever case, and then hang them back up, and then I'm able to put them back on the next morning, and I'm keeping it pushing. You know? It's just less maintenance, it's less issues and problems. So if you're listening out there, man, get your good riding suit, man. If you're going to be trying to get in yonder and you're going to be doing this quite often, invest into a good riding suit, man. It'll do you good. You know, jeans, I know some of you old school get-downs. You know, you want to put your jeans and chaps on. Hey, do your thug thizzle, man. But I would not advise it during the summertime, man, if you're going to be riding long periods of time. and also going through the most southern interstate going across America, man. There's no more south than I-10, unless you're going
That's
to
true.
Mexico. That's about it. You know, more south than that, man. So it is what it is. So fellas, we talked about, hey, man, you know, hydrating, getting your body right, what not to be drinking and not what to be taking in. You know, we talked about, you know, having a motorcycle maintenance properly, not by you that watched a YouTube video, but the guy who knows what the hell he's doing. And then we talked about some equipment. Is there anything else on the equipment side that you guys think we need to talk about today?
Of course, you know, gotta be prepared for any time you break down. You know, like Skunk says, if you're on the ground, don't be scared to break down. And so, you gotta make sure you bring the tire plug kit,
Right.
compressor, jump box, tools, tool set. I mean, Cycle Gear got a good tool set for about $40 that has pretty much everything in it you need for the most part, and it's actually pretty compact. And I know I have my right saddlebag is pretty much, well, I actually split it because I've seen somebody lose a saddlebag on the road and everything they need was in one side. So now I kind of split my stuff. So half tools on the right side, half tools on the left side, just in case if you were to lose a saddlebag or something like that, everything that you need is not in just one bag.
So that you said that tool bag that you bought from Cycle Gear, so you say about $40, just a few tools. What is probably about a dozen tools in it?
No, it actually has, I want to say probably about 36 or something. Like it's got like it's got
I guess do they sell these? Do they sell a kit like one for American bikes and then they sell another kit for foreign bikes?
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
So it's about $40, like I said, and it has a lot of tools. It has wrenches, has sockets, Allen stars, zip ties, has all types of stuff in it. I mean, like I said, it's literally a roll. So you unroll it and everything's in there, and then, like I said, you roll it back up and it gets real compact.
Nice. That's what's up.
Like I said, you put that in there, and like I said, I had got it, and now I got most of the chapter bros have one now because I used to be the only one that had tools with me at all times, and now pretty much everyone has one just in case.
Good stuff, man.
And of course, you know, depending on the stuff you need on your bike, you might need something specialty. You know,
right?
People did all that, so.
I like to add to that, Sarge. One of the things is that Big Baby also have like a gallon gas of where we can put extra gas, and we also have we each have like an extra quart of oil that we keep on our bike as well. You know, so. When you got like them big engines like Big Baby, them 131s, you know, they tend to burn that oil going across the desert, man. So
don't they though?
Yeah, and I'm gonna tell you something too. Don't let just know your bike. And so like as far as like the gas stops, and maybe I don't know if you guys piggyback or talked about that already, but like there are places out there. Don't let that scare you saying, oh man, I hear we might run out of gas, but just be smart about it, you know. So but hey, if you can actually bring you an extra gas can or got room on your bike to carry that, by all means, bring it. You know.
I think you should, especially. I mean, let's be honest. Sometimes things happen, man. Yeah. You can get caught up in, say, okay, y'all help me out. What's that damn bridge west of New Orleans? What's that bridge? Because the long bridge is 28 miles long.
Oh, you talking about the spillway? Talking about Chapel Spillway.
Yeah. Say you get caught up on that thing, man, and you get caught behind. And fellas, y'all know it can happen. You get caught behind an accident or some type of traffic issue. You ain't coming off that bridge.
No.
And baby.
And there's not even a shoulder
help you
go past them or anything either.
Yeah, you can't go. And the bridge is narrow, and they tell you. And you imagine if you run out of gas on that bridge, you're waiting on AAA to bring you some gas.
Yeah.
You know, you can probably go on that bridge and say you probably sitting on a quarter of a tank of gas. It's 28 miles. You think that shouldn't be no issue, but if you get caught behind a bad traffic jam or a bad situation, you can run out of gas, man.
Yeah, that's
it
true.
Can happen just that quickly to you. So I don't think you should take anything for granted out there nowadays, because if you ride long enough, every scenario will come up. All right, guys, there's 19 miles in between Baton Rouge and Lafayette. I got to take your word for it. Is that about right, fellas?
Yeah.
Okay. I know it's long. I know it's long, and I know when the traffic gets thick on that bad boy, ain't no games. And I know ain't going to be no U-turns to be talking about. Ain't no U-turns.
Yeah.
So, okay, so very good. So, hey, man, we black folks, black folks, we don't think we suntan, man. But I'm buying into it, man. You gotta have. What y'all think about sunscreen and those type of things, guys? Yeah. Is that a good thing to have now? Are we still holding it? We holding on to old memories. We black, we don't suntan.
Hey, look, actually, I'm getting over it now, man.
Yeah.
Like it's it's actually on my wrist.
Ooh,
So
see that? See that?
it's obvious.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't take it for granted. I actually
Never.
heard Griff say that, and I was like, man, I don't need that. But yeah, should have listened.
Hey, I'm telling you, my man Griff, he a tough dude, man. Griff tough.
Yes.
Hey, Griff was getting the blues, man, for a minute.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, Griff, he chopped the whole thing. He's part of the game, Sarge. It's part of the game. Like I say, you ain't never lied. Also, my man James Burgess said iExit is the app now that we've been telling everybody about on the Iron Elite podcast, man. If you're one of those cats, you get nervous about gas stops or whether or not you're going to have the ability to be able to get to gas, man. So iExit is a good app to use. It tells you every gas station around the country that's, I guess, it's in that network or whatever, man. It's pretty good stuff. It tells you the exits. It'll tell you the miles between the gas stops. So to give you the whole 9 yards, man, all you have to do is be able to use it. So anything else on the bike, fellas, before we move on and start talking about some other things?
I know biggest thing for people all the time. I mean, I haven't had issues with it, but shifter. I know a lot of people that have heel and toe shifters.
Yes.
I have just a toe shifter on my bike due to the fact that I know I've seen a lot where that heel shifter, I mean, it's convenient, but tends to strip out that ride, whereas with my just toe shifter, I haven't had any issues. I mean, I still keep extra just in case, but I haven't had any issues. I've seen plenty of people with the heel shifter, do it.
Do you think it strips out fast because people are constantly slamming on it?
I want to say that's what I'm thinking because when you usually tell you're not clicking as hard, up or down.
But you see guys
that heel,
bam,
man,
bam,
you
like
just,
you're kicking a horse. Yeah,
exactly. You jamming on it, and I feel like that tends to cause a lot of issues. But
and gravity has a lot to do with it too. When you pushing down, you know what I'm saying? You put more force versus when you're pulling up.
I agree.
So that's the way I look at it. And I'm gonna be honest with you. I try to use I go back and forth because I've been in that position before. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I got a heel toe shifter on mine. I just like it because I like it the way it looks. But I don't use my heel toe shifter. I don't use the heel shifter. I just use the toe. Because I'm always concerned about the bad boy stripping out, or seem like sometimes the adjustment gets off with it. It might just be me. Every time I take the bike in for a service, I always have them check it to make sure that it's adjusted properly the way it's supposed to. And the shifter linkage, I don't use I use the HD Defiant one. I don't use the stock. Do you guys still use the stock ones on your bike? If you do, you better have an extra one. Huh?
Mine's still stock.
Hey, man, if you do, you better have an extra one.
but that's what I said. Like, so my bike's a 22. Mine came without the shifter on it. Mine came with just strictly the toe shifter.
Okay.
And I haven't had any issues.
Yeah, I think 22s and later they start taking them off them.
Yeah. I haven't had any issues, man. I check it.
Yeah.
And she's been good. No issues.
Okay. So you keep, obviously you say you keep an extra shifter linkage on the bike?
Yeah, just in case anyway.
Okay. Because somebody in the pack is gonna need one before.
A lot of times, it's gonna be somebody else that needs it.
Yeah. Facts. What about things like zip ties and tape and those type of things? Y'all carry that kind of stuff, or?
Yeah.
I got electric tape. Yeah.
Hey man, you probably could fix anything on a Harley with zip ties and electric tape.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
I actually do something too. I zip ties, but then I also bring rubber gloves.
Nice.
For the rain, because I bring multiple. I bring 2 or 3 pairs of gloves.
Yes.
I also bring rubber gloves to wear because when you're out there, sometimes, I mean, if it's 100 degrees outside, I'm not going to want to put on some thick waterproof gloves to ride.
Okay.
I'm gonna take some rubber gloves, throw them on my hands, then throw my gloves on, or a lot of times I'll put my rubber gloves over top of my riding gloves.
Right.
That way I keep my gloves dry, and I can ride. And when we get done, just pull the rubber gloves off, and my gloves are dry.
When you say rubber glove, are you talking like dishwashing gloves?
Like
or you
no, like
talking
latex,
about latex
like
gloves?
some
Latex.
latex,
Okay.
lab gloves. Yeah. Like some
All right.
latex lab gloves. I'll give you
All right. Yeah.
my hand is, and
Yeah.
so I'll tell you those things work because all my chapter
Yeah,
bros,
they do. Yeah,
they
they
be
do.
looking for me
Excellent.
like, hey, you got any extra gloves with you?
Yeah. So you
Yeah.
put them on. So
It
you put
works.
them on top of your riding gloves.
If it's hot, like so, if it's hot, I wear the mesh full finger gloves, and I'll just take it, throw it over top of my gloves. Now to keep my glove dry, and with the latex glove, I don't know. Even when they get wet, they still have pretty good grip for my hand, my grips and everything like that. And once it stops raining, I just pull that latex glove off my regular glove, and it's dry.
That's
And
what's up.
keep on rolling.
I carry some of the latex gloves with me as well. I got into that habit, after COVID and all the foolishness, and so I really just keep them on the bike anyway, just in case for whatever reason or another. But I think that's a good idea to have, as well as just like you guys were saying, extra riding gloves. Because things happen out there on the highway.
Yeah,
they do. Do anybody use open finger gloves?
I do.
You do? Okay.
Yeah.
Man, I done got hit with a rock before, man. I just gotta have full protection. Do you do it for a particular reason? Do you do it for you be able to still work your cell phone and GoPro? Or
Yeah, I
you
do
just
for
like the feeling of having
dexterity of yeah. I'm
Okay.
kind of old school, man. So yeah.
Okay. I see some guys. I don't get it, but I've seen some guys leave for the 10 with no gloves on, man. I'm like, I can't do it. Huh? Man, a bug hit your hand, man. It's like a bullet just hit you. Yeah, hey, but some folks are old school, they hardcore. I guess if you got hard hands, it don't really bother you much.
Yeah.
Hey, that's what's up. So, hey, let's talk. What kind of helmets? Some people love the module helmets. I'm a module guys. Do you guys wear a particular helmet? And if you do a particular helmet, what reason you wear that helmet for?
I guess I'll let you go. Go.
Oh yeah, we both wear the same helmet, the modular helmet. So and I use it for because it's of course I love the full face. And so the module, like if you get into like slower traffic, whatever, slow down, you can actually pop it up and get more wind there, And so but I mean it's good. I don't like the actual fixed helmet, and I don't like the open face, whatever. So I just find that the module works better for me.
Yeah. The same thing with you, Big Baby. You rock a module too?
Yeah, modular. For our club, anytime you're on a bike, if you got your vest or anything like that, you have to wear a full face or modular helmet. But I just also think, safety wise, that's the most important part of your body. You want to protect it. So I want to be able to, protect it. But then also, like you said, you get hit in the face with a rock or a bug or something like that, you don't think twice about wearing that half helmet.
Man, make you want to pull over somewhere and lay down. Make you want to cry, boy.
Yeah.
I've seen them. Matter of fact, I've seen guys. Who was that? I was talking to one day. No man had a bug that actually went up under the vent. Under the visor of the helmet. Bugs, if anything's open on that helmet, a bug can find a way to get through, get around anything. So even when you're rocking with the module helmets and you got the visors slip down screens, I suggest that, in my opinion, still wear eye protection because that visor is really not that thick. It could be it could be shattered or bent by a bug or a rock. And then I would also, I don't know about you guys, do y'all wear any type of face mask or any type of bandana when you're still riding with your module helmet, or you just clip everything down?
When it's cold out, I do, but in the heat, I don't really wear it.
Yeah. Okay.
And we both have a Simpson helmet. That's what so I left the Harley helmet and went to the Simpson. So
yeah, that Harley helmet, this is heavy to me. It's heavy. And I like a light helmet, huh?
It's loud.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Your surrounding noise, like the wind and everything.
Yeah.
I feel like the Simpson helmet, they are light. They're very light. And then also for shield change, you can change the shield on that.
Pretty easy.
Yeah.
And you say both of you guys say you rock Simpson helmets?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's what's up. What do you think about Shoei helmets? Do you think they're overrated, or you think,
It's a good helmet. I'm not gonna lie. It's a good helmet. It's just high.
they're very high?
Very
I rock a Shoei, and they very high.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's probably gonna be my next helmet, though. I'm not gonna lie. It's probably my next
Shoei?
helmet. Some
Yeah.
research, yeah.
Yeah.
But I'm just waiting on this one to kind of almost live its life out and
Yeah.
drop the.
Give you a reason to buy it.
Yeah. No offense to nobody, man. You know, you rock what you rock. You rock what you're comfortable with, and I'm not paid to endorse nobody's product. But if you're gonna be doing this for real, I think those built helmets, man, you might want to stay away from that for a minute.
Yeah.
I really truly do. I think you should go probably. I mean, they can go as high as this, they can go as low as that on these helmets. But I think you really should start doing your homework if you're going to be trying to do coast to coast riding and those type of things for, weight of the helmet, integrity of the padding inside. Make sure the helmet's DOT tested. Those type of things. Would you agree, fellas?
Yes, sir.
Built makes some that are more higher grade, but then I've seen back in the day where you go in there and catch the sale. They got a good quality helmet, man, for $75, man. Hey, bro, it's your skull cap. That's all I gotta say, man.
Yeah.
Hey, ain't too many things on a motorcycle, man, less than $100.
Yeah.
So I'm damn sure not finna put something on my head that's costing me less than $100. That's a scary proposition.
Yeah, very
It's
true.
probably not the best piece of equipment that you want to have for long distance riding again, because there's more issues and things that happens on the highway, whether it's debris being kicked up on you, trucks are kicking rubber, off tires, all kind of stuff can happen that can fall off somebody's pickup and hit you at 70, 80 miles an hour. So, be warned on that type of stuff. So, fellas, what about, and you guys can tell I'm doing a little bit different format, man. When I get my breed guys on, I look at you guys as professional go-getters, y'all are go-getters. So I typically want to pick y'all's brain in a different direction than what I do some of my newer cross-country riders. So weather. What kind of weather apps do you guys use? Or do you use one? Or do you go? Hey, because some do it, man. I don't do it, but some do it like that. What y'all use, man?
I mean, I use just a regular the Apple Weather app, and then also I use WeatherBug, and
Okay.
those are the two I use mostly. Kind of look ahead and look in advance to see what we got going on. A lot of times, like when we were doing 10 to the end, every time I looked, it was basically just heat. I didn't really see too much weather.
Yeah, you say you don't have to look at the weather. It's hot.
Yeah.
It's very hot.
And so
Yeah.
we actually hit a little rainstorm. Where was we at? We was
West Texas.
we was in West Texas somewhere, going close to getting close to El Paso, and
Okay.
we seen it. It wasn't on the radar per se at the time, but we kind of just seen it in the distance, and
Mm-hmm.
we weren't sure if we were gonna get hit with it, and
Yeah.
we didn't even stop. Like, it was so hot, we were just like, forget it. We just gonna ride through it, and
Right through your drive in a couple minutes.
yeah, man, we
Yeah,
flew through
exactly.
it. Drop quick. I ain't gonna
Yeah.
lie. Temperature dropped quick to about 60 degrees, something like that.
Yeah.
Yep.
And then we rode through it about 20 minutes or so, and then by the time we got to the gas stop, it was dry. But it
Yeah.
felt good. It felt good for that. But definitely, we didn't get hit with it, but I know somebody else got hit with a rain and dust storm. And
Oh, yeah,
you know,
yeah. I've
yeah,
seen that before.
we got hit with that. I would have been like, hey, we gotta stop.
Mhm.
But just the rain, wasn't too bad. It felt good, but I mean, it just kind of depends, because when we were looking at it, I was like, man, maybe we should stop. But then I was like, it's so hot. We just kept on rolling.
Keep pushing.
Yeah. Hey, so Facebook, we're going to go ahead and kill a stream. I forgot to kill a stream, so I'm going to kill it now. So move over to YouTube, man. If you're on Facebook viewing the show right now, it's Sarge Life and Motorcycling on the YouTube channel. So 3, 2, 1. We done. Sorry about that, fellas. So, hey, okay, so the Apple Weather app, I think it's just called the weather thing on the Apple. I don't know if that has a specific name on it. And you say you use WeatherBug?
Yeah. and then
Okay.
weather- yeah,
Okay. Anybody ever use my radar?
never used that one.
I've used it before.
You like it?
Yeah, it's decent. I mean, I
Yeah.
didn't.
Yeah.
It was okay.
Yeah, I use it religiously, man, because I know weather is no more than a sail, and sails move and they're all over the place. And typically, I like to see weather moving in real time. As far as the radar, I don't really fixate on what the weather is today in the specific spot as much as I watch the weather patterns and when we're moving. Because when you're on the motorcycle, weather is moving with you, against you, away from you, but the weather's moving consistently. It's not going to stay in one particular.
That's true.
Yeah, it's not going to stay in one particular geographical location. Unless it's a huge storm, and if it's a huge storm, you better be thinking about what you're gonna do. Because you're gonna have some issues. So let's talk about this. Let's talk about the track now. The track is when we say track, we're talking about the Interstate 10. What are some things that we need to look for or look out for when we're traveling from Jacksonville? Let's take it to Jacksonville to Houston. Any particular things about that stretch of road that we need to pay attention to or we need to know about?
Yeah, when you enter into our state, Louisiana, slow down because we got potholes everywhere.
Hey, y'all ain't got nothing on Memphis, I can tell you that now.
Man, it's ridiculous, man. So
Also, make sure you stay on the 10. When you get to Louisiana, don't go 12.
Oh, we can't go to Hammond?
Yeah, 12 is the fastest way. Make sure you
Hey, how's it properly pronounced? Hammond or Hammond?
Hammond.
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 Hammond. Yep, like ham.
Really?
Ham.
I should have known it, man. Well, y'all Louisianans, man, y'all be changing all kind of enunciation, man. Hey, that's why I have to ask, man, because sometimes you look at things like, that don't sound the way it, but hey, man, it is what it is. So it's Hammond.
Hammond. Yep.
Hammond.
Yep. So like ham sandwich.
Yeah.
Hammond. Like ham and none. Like Hammond.
Because I mess it up every time. I'd have called it 3 different things. But that place, don't go that way. You go that way, you're going the wrong way. You need to go through New Orleans, man. Don't be playing
Even
around.
when you go down that way, you still got to make sure you stay on 10 because if not, it'll take you 610. Which will take you on the outside.
Yeah, it will take you 610, right.
It'll take you right outside of cut
Right.
So you got to make sure you go all the way down to the Superdome, basically, and then
if you don't pass the Superdome, you messed up something up somewhere.
You messed up.
Yeah, facts. So that stretch of road, say Beaumont area, Beaumont to Houston, anything in particular around that area that they need to watch out for?
construction.
Yeah, I was about to say that. Construction.
They're still in there. Those lanes get tight in some spots.
Yeah, they do.
No shoulder get tight, so single file. Also look at the road, the actual road, because since they are doing that construction, they rerouted the road, and so you got the road grooves and things like that you're going over, and things like that aren't like tar snakes, things that you don't think about.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely pay attention to that because if it's wet, that's things that can throw you off.
Yeah. Because there ain't nothing but concrete up there, man. There ain't no soft places to land.
Nope.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think about that every time I ride through there, man. It's like, I got this bad habit. And I don't know if it's a bad habit, but I got this habit when I'm riding. I'm always looking for, if something goes wrong, where I need to put the motorcycle at. It's just a habit. And when I get to places where there is no soft place to land, I really start focusing in on things. Because in that area, there's no place you can abruptly stop the bike, and there's no soft place to land. So it kind of is what it is. So what you guys think? Y'all see it any way differently than me or what?
No.
Just understand. Because it's so
Always
much
have it out.
stuff.
Yeah. Always have it out. So
Yeah. There's so much stuff. And like you guys said, there's cement pillars around that area. And it's just, you only got so much room to maneuver. And it's not a lot of playroom.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Houston, going through San Antonio, anything particular other than a boatload of traffic?
no, it was straight for the most part. I mean, I was a little confused when we was going through just with that upper and lower. That was my
With the
first
610?
time.
Yeah.
That was my first time going through San Antonio, but we got it figured out.
Yeah, that's 16. Yeah. You can get up on that thing, man, if you ain't paying attention.
Yeah,
You get up on that thing, because then it takes you out. So it's way out the way.
yeah.
Yeah. So we get through. Let's go. We call it the Gauntlet, fellas. The Gauntlet. That's south of San Antonio. We're gonna say Bernie, Texas, to El Paso. I always call it the Gauntlet because that's the area where at night it's dark. Ain't a whole lot of things cracking except desert animals. It's a lot of things to hit. and run over back there. And then gas stations are few and far between in that area. You know, some of them close at certain times. Some of them, you know, run out of gas back there. So I always say in that area, if anything bad happens, it's multiplied times 10 in that area, just because it's so rural with the desert. How did you guys think? And what time of day did y'all go through there? Did y'all do it all daytime or any time of night crawling or?
We were.
That's going from out of San Antonio into El Paso, you saying?
El Paso.
Yeah, we arrived in El Paso at it was like after 9 or whatever. So I'd imagine like if we caught it, it might have been like at sunset, the area you're talking about.
It was all daytime.
So y'all did majority daytime because y'all held over? Did y'all held over in Baton Rouge? Did y'all bed down in Baton Rouge and then kick it the next day? Or y'all
we stopped in Houston.
Y'all stopped in Houston? Okay.
Yeah, we stopped in Houston, but we ended up leaving Houston later than we originally planned because 2 of our other club bros was there, so we ended up meeting with them.
Okay.
And so we left just a little later, probably about an hour, maybe 2 hours later than we originally had planned. But we rode.
It was all daytime running in that stretch of highway.
Yeah,
for
it was
y'all,
all
right?
daytime running. We got, like I said, we got to El Paso around about 9 o'clock, something like that. And so it was all daytime.
Okay. All right.
But we knew gas-wise for me and Diablo, we knew with our bikes, we get roughly 150, 160 miles to a full tank, the way we were running.
Right.
So
y'all were doing about 100.
No, we was doing about 90, 90, 95, maybe a little, maybe close to 100 at times, but we run about 90, 95. But then we got with the other 2 guys, they slowed it down a little bit. So we were running about 80, between 80 and 90.
Yeah.
So we got better gas mileage, but we, like Diablo was saying earlier, you know, even if it says hey, I got 50, 60 miles, you know, remaining, hey, that gas station coming up, you might look and say, hey, how much farther do we got to go for the gas up? Because if you miss that one, you might be another 50, 60 miles.
Yeah, it can be. Yeah, it can be.
Out. So
there's
many times where we stopped way earlier than we probably.
Yeah.
Because
you're doing $150. You're doing $150 a tank, man. You can't be missing too many windows.
Yeah.
Back in that area. Diablo, what kind of motor you? What kind of motor you got? You got a?
I got a little souped up 110, man. It ain't.
110. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hey, I know my place. I don't look. I might get out there with the 131s, but trust me, I know my place, man. Yeah.
Facts. Yeah. Hey, I'll play with you the first mile or 2, a quarter mile.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, you gotta bow down.
Yeah. Big baby got that act right out of it.
Yeah, facts. So both of you guys. Well, you know, it's a little different because I know obviously y'all. The speed limit back there is 80. I'm sure y'all was. Well, I'm gonna put it this way. I'm sure y'all was following the speed limit at the speed that y'all go. So about $150, huh? About $150 is what y'all was averaging back there.
Yeah, when me and him were running together, like we did Jacksonville to Houston, just me and him, and we were about 150, 160. But like you said, during that period, you know, there's gas stations everywhere.
Yeah.
You know, then we got with our other 2 club brothers, you know, at a Jacksonville chapter. They slowed it down, so we was about 80, 90, and at that point we were getting, I want to say 180, 190.
Yeah.
You know, so we slowed it down.
Yeah.
During
Did
that.
y'all link up? Y'all linked up with Closer? The Closer
Yeah,
right across
Closer
the
top, Closer top.
Okay, good to go.
In Houston, we rode that on over to El Paso, and then we ended up doing El Paso to Phoenix with them, and they ended up bedding down in Phoenix, and we pushed on to LA.
Okay, good stuff. So I had something on my mind. I lost my train of thought, but I'm trying to come back to it. So, what do you guys suggest riding through the desert? Do y'all suggest? Oh man. Okay. So I just got you. Okay. So y'all suggest, and we can't hold them too long, folks. They got Red Breed business they got to get to. So I'm only gonna hold them for a few more minutes. So riding through the desert. What do you guys suggest? What's the best time to ride through the desert?
Me like year-wise or day-wise, like time-wise?
I'm just saying, if I'm going across the country and I had a choice when I'm hitting the desert, do you suggest maybe 3:30 to 3:30, 4 o'clock? Would you suggest night crawling? Would you suggest all day, from dusk to dawn? What in your opinion would be the best time to cross the desert?
So I work in West Texas. I work in West Texas, and so the hottest part of the day is on the evening side, like anywhere from like 2 to 6, I should say. And so I just think that carries on the further you go out west. So me, from my personal experience, I think like I would avoid. I try to have like a stopping point at 6 p.m. If I had to do it again, like I try to have like my stopping point at 6 p.m. every day.
So you would run
just so that you have to
6
ride through. You have to ride through it, but not as long, if that makes any sense.
Okay. So we're gonna do this, fellas, because I understand you guys are on a time constraint, and I appreciate your time. So let's do this. Let's wrap it up. Let's do our last segment here. Let's go the good, the bad, the ugly from making the I-10 coast to coast ride, and what are some things you guys would want to leave the rider with, and what you would want the rider to know about this stretch of highway. So whichever order you guys want to do it, the good, the bad, the ugly, and we'll let each one of you guys do it.
I'm going to say hydrate. When you stop for gas, when I say hydrate, don't just get a 16-ounce bottle of water, 20-ounce bottle of water. You need to drink more. You need to get like a 30-ounce, 32-ounce, something like that, and drink. And I tell you, Gatorades and Powerades and all that is good. But if you get it, you want to get the sugar-free, just because sugar, affects you. But then also, you definitely want to drink more water than Gatorade, because if not, I mean, you can get nowadays they have so many waters that have the electrolytes in it that you don't even have to drink the Gatorades. Like Gatorade has a water now infused with electrolytes. So does Body Armor, all that. That water will help keep you, hydrated. And when you stop, you should try to just go use the bathroom, go pee. Because if you can't pee, your body's dehydrated. I know when we were stopping, every time I would make sure I go pee, grab a water, and that way I knew I was keeping myself hydrated. And when I wasn't, I could be like, hey, I need to drink another water. Or even if you were forcing yourself, I'd rather have more water in my system and not be cramping.
If you pee at every other gas stop, man, you in trouble. You really missing something.
Yeah. Because I mean, if you start cramping out there on that road, man, that's tough. Anywhere you cramp at, whether it's a leg, hand, anything like that, you don't want to be cramping on that road. So that's definitely, goes along with it. I say, definitely know yourself, and don't be afraid to say, hey, I need to stop, or I need to take a longer break. Me and Diablo had plenty of times where we were like, oh, we're going to gas and go, but we were like, we stopped, and next thing you know, them helmets came off. It was there 20, 30. Because sometimes you just need it just to sit and relax, go sit inside the store, get a little AC, cool down some, just know when to say, and don't be in a rush. I'll tell you that, it's your ride. Whether it takes you 2 days, 3 days, 4 days, it's your ride. Ride your own ride, be safe, and enjoy yourself. It's all about fun, we do something that a lot of people think we're crazy for, but we all love it. So
facts.
Make sure you're enjoying it. That's what I say. And when you get to California, you'll enjoy the weather when you get out there.
Hello. Yeah, it's not as wicked out there. Good stuff. Anything from you, Diablo? Anything you want to leave us with?
I would say, man, like the good is that like whoever you plan to see a ride with, like, let's talk about it. You know what I mean? And that's something Big Baby and I, we talked about. And sometimes your plans may change. Like, stick to your plan, man. Don't try to deviate from that. If you want your stopping point to be in Houston, hey, look, shut it down. And so if you want your next stopping point to be somewhere else, hey, look. But if you see where you can push yourself a little bit further and stay safe, do that as well. By all means, let's stay safe. And like you said, and like the bad, I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I don't think we on this trip here, we didn't have any bad or ugly other than dealing with Mother Nature, the heat.
Yeah.
To be honest with you. So I would say this right here. And so we was able to kill 2 or 3 birds with one stone as well. So we had our 35th year anniversary. and of course it's in June. So, but if I had to do it all over again, I'd try to come through 10. Um, sometime after October or in the springtime.
Don't blame you.
That desert ain't nothing to play with,
Yeah,
man.
I
And
do
I'm
it
not
8 times a
trying.
year. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
facts. Hey, well, let's say this, fellas. Here we go. We got Diablo rider number 262. We got Big Baby rider number 263, forever and ever. So let me do this real quick. Thank you, fellas, so much for caring enough to share your ride with us. So that's what their rider numbers are, forever and ever. On the screen, nobody could take away from them, man. You guys did y'all thing. You made it look too easy, man. So that tells me that you guys were prepared and you understood the mission and you knew how to execute this ride, man. We can't take nothing for granted when we're talking riding coast to coast on a motorcycle. So, fellas, with that being said, man, any last words before we let you get about Rab Reed business?
No, just keep the shining points up, man. And look, pray before you ride. I don't care, like, every day or whatever, get up and say, send up a little timber, man. Keep God first.
That's right.
Very true. And just like you said, set your point and aim to get to that point. And if you want to keep going, go. But if not, shut it down. It's okay.
Yeah.
Awesome stuff, fellas. Mad love and respect for you guys. Thank you guys for giving us this time today, man, sharing your ride with us, sharing your ride the whole time, going across the country, man, and doing your thing, man. And because of you fellas, man, we're going to be better motorcycle riders, man. So thank you so much, man. Mad love to Rab Reed, Baton Rouge chapter, man. Do y'all thing. Appreciate you, fellas. Down to Marco to y'all.
Thank you.
All right. Thanks, man. All right.
All right, be blessed, fellas. We'll see you soon. Peace.
All right. All right, sir.
Okay, so there you have it, man. Baton Rouge chapter, Big Baby, Diablo, man, just did their thing, man. Just came on and shared their ride with us, man. And because of these guys, man, we're going to be better long distance motorcycle riders, man. So thank you guys. Thank you for everybody who cares enough, man, to take part of this whole social experiment. Man. We are teaching us how to be the best motorcycle riders that we could possibly be. So thank you, fellas, again. And oh, by the way, we got more riders coming right down the pipeline, man, that are getting ready to mount up in the next few days. All I say is take advantage, fellas, of all the information that we're putting out there for you guys to make your ride safe and sound, man. So with that being said, your boy Sarge can't be on here too much longer, man. I got yard work to do today, man. I got the blues, but I got to get it done. Hopefully, you guys, if you're on the highway traveling back home, be safe, man. We're going to keep you in our prayers, man. Keep doing your thing. Keep motorcycling. And, man, hey, keep sharing the channel, man. Sarge, Life and Motorcycling, man. The Iron Elite Podcast Show. If you like what you hear, you like what you see, share it with people, man. Let everybody know we're on and we're doing our thing. And also, man, if you be so kind, and if this show provides any value to you, man, feel free to support the show in any way you can, whether you're sharing the platform, whether you're making donations to the platform, whether you're coming on the platform and making comments and likes and things. Man, let's keep the channel strong and keep it growing, man, because it's a channel for us, about us, man. So with that being said, also, last thing, let me get this. The link for the registration is at the top of the description in the on the actually YouTube itself for the registration if you want to register for the ride. Also, we have it on the Iron Elite page, the Iron Elite page, Crown Palace Reunion. It's in the feature section at the top of the page there as well. And if you can't find it, man, inbox me and I'll send it to you. No problem at all. And oh, by the way, support the merch link, man. We got some cool merch gear out there, man. The Keep It Motorcycling line, man. Hey, go jump on the link. Take a look at it, man. It's in the descriptions of this particular show itself, man. Go look around, man. And if you find something that you fancy, that you enjoy, man, go ahead and order that gear, man. And we'll get it to your house in no time flat, man. So with that being said, hey, we're going to get off this bad boy in the meantime, in between time, y'all. Let's keep it motorcycling, you dig? Let me leave you with a memory, man, from the Iron Elite event this year, man. Too much fun. The Slow Roll Championship. right? Okay, lane 1, we got Cowboy. Lane 2, we got Nomad. Hey, Cowboy, he got a BMW, man. Come on now. Okay, all right. Are we ready? Cowboy, you ready? Nomad, you ready? Let's go. Oh, that's over. Cowboy, it's over. You won. It's over. He fell. He fell when he started. He's over. You won.
That's the other day. Hey, Sarge, why you never play any fast music on your podcast? It's simple. I'm petty.
Hurry up, don't truck it up, rev your motors up. If it ain't clean, get your polish up. Big Sarge, you in charge, real king of the south. If you ain't getting yonder, gotta keep it motorcycle, you dig? Hurry up, don't truck it up, rev your motors up. If it ain't clean, get your polish up. Big Sarge, you in charge, real king of the south. If you ain't getting yonder, gotta keep it motorcycle, you dig? Slide on my road glide, looking so fly. 20-inch rollback, screaming eagle torque pack. I-10 to the end, it's a known patch. If you ain't a ground pounder, pay attention, fall back. We iron elite boys, no need for hitting switches. We split lanes and hogging lanes, we on a mission. On our way to CA, we 100 deep. Roll up, down the road, run it up, rip it up. Hurry up, don't truck it up, rev your motors up. If it ain't clean, get your polish up. Big Sarge, you in charge, real king of the south. If you ain't getting yonder, gotta keep it motorcycle, you dig? Hurry up, don't truck it up, rev your motors up. If it ain't clean, get your polish up. Big Sarge, you in charge, real king of the south. If you ain't getting yonder, gotta keep it motorcycle, you dig? I'm outside with it. I scrape the town burning loud when the smoke clear up. You know Harley did it. I'm real gnarly with it. My ride clean when it bling. I show the lean on the scene to get jiggy with it. No did it get it. I'm well equipped it. My bike side got a side, so you know I'm hit. She dropped it down to split it, backed it up to shift it. Let me kick a little game to you lames riding around here, giving a set a bad name. It don't matter what you rank or what you claim. When we turn it up, you keep it motorcycling, man. My soul brothers, they roll runners, we rolling deep. When it's time to rally up, it's Black Wall Street. When you see them MCs at the RTE, roll it up, down the road, run it up, rip it up. Hurry up, don't truck it up, rev your motors up. If it ain't clean, get your polish up. Big Sarge, you in charge, real king of the south. If you ain't getting yonder, gotta keep it motorcycle, you dig? Hurry up, don't truck it up, rev your motors up. If it ain't clean, get your polish up. Big Sarge, you in charge, real king of the south. If you ain't getting yonder, gotta keep it motorcycle, you dig?
But Sarge, why you always gotta talk about motorcycling? Sarge, why you don't never talk about nothing else? Look here, man. If you gonna do all that crime, what the baby gonna do?